Farewell, John Viviano and Sons Grocery Company Incorporated, on the Hill. Early American cities, made up of relatively fresh immigrant groups from all over the world, self-segregated themselves into sections often down to their nationality. My first awareness of this was Chinatown in San Francisco, but later learned practically every major settlement in those days had a Chinatown, and city sections of many other ethnic groups as well. Over the last couple of centuries, the evolutionary result of the Great American Experiment has blurred the lines, and these ethnic neighborhoods aren't as distinct as they once were. However, one outstanding example that remains is the Hill neighborhood in South Midwestern St. Louis City, historically inhabited by Italians. This enduring community, located within a city blanketed with negative national optics on a constant basis, thrives and retains its legacy roots beyond average, with the theme of long-standing family names still on many businesses and buildings containing small independent shops and restaurants that defy corporatization. This film is my send-off tribute to one such business, a local grocer and delicatessen that served the community for 75 years, before giving up the game for no controversial reason I'm aware of. This isn't the only local venture to have been labeled Viviano, and I don't know the intimate details of the surely extensive and generational family name, other than I can confirm there is basically a much younger variant location of this brand out in Chesterfield, where I recently had one of the best French dip roast beef sandwiches I can remember, and I'm told at least one other location in Fenton. This was filmed a couple weeks after this venerable location on Shaw Avenue closed for the final time on May 3rd, 2025, and unfortunately for me, you can see they have put up some black backboards behind the empty window shelves, preventing a look into this old store. However, the fresh as a daisy awning and vibrant marquee are still here, and a couple well-worn window artifacts can still be seen, the best being this Heart of the Hill map featuring a picture of what I presume is Mr. and Mrs. John Viviano. In the Farewell series, I can't always get film of the inside, or before they close, or a personal piece to camera, as my will and access opportunity are hard to connect, but I think even an outsider's tribute film from the exterior for the sake of it with very thin substance is better than no tribute film at all. I'm just trying to keep expectations of my videos in check. In this case, I am quite pleased to reveal I have at least a few aesthetic minutes of pre-closure footage to share from the final few death rattle notes of this proud local institution. The footage turned out a bit guerrilla, the vibe was casual and usual, but with an underlying sense of writing is on the wall among friends, shoppers, and picture takers alike, as focused but presumably frantic employees went about their career unprecedented task of buttoning up the business for good.
Same. I would say have my alarm even set. I swear I make it like this.
The space in the old building is outdated and careworn, emphasis on worn, in the most fantastic way, offering a long timeline of artifacts that give unspoken insight to the story. No doubt reinvestment and maintenance was spent to keep the place operational well enough to stick around for 3/4 of a century. The end wasn't a sudden surprise, and with the exposure of dwindling inventory, it's evident they got their mileage out of it and expertly didn't leave any money on the table. But no one shopped here for an arowana experience. As usual in these situations, I wanted to make a token purchase, so that meant finding something I could really use from the sparse stock that remained. I've taken to making my own tomato sauce over the last few years over the commercial offerings for purity assurance and control, but unquestionably a place like this has the good stuff, and I found a variety of local products perfect for the cause. I selected this one, not only for its amazing color and seasoned appearance, but because it had the old wedding photo on it. They were still marked at their regular $9 price, substantially more than your run-of-the-mill jar of ragu, but I was happy to pay the local historical premium, especially in this case. I didn't know this until checkout, but they rang up with the liquidation price of only $6 anyway, making not a bad deal at all, especially after I tried it. Because, man, as a marinara, it's fantastic, and I would have trekked down here for years to get it had I known. I don't have a nailed recipe, and the frozen stuff is okay, but it can't compare to what came out of this jar. I'm completely confident I chose the best thing left on the rack. Before all that, though, as I enjoyed lingering in the ambiance of the moment, I noticed a lady deliberately grab a few jars of the same sauce I selected and confidently place them in her cart, which made me think she knew something, and maybe I better go grab another one, which I did, in a bit of a FOMO reaction. Good call on my part, if I may say so myself. I did leave one, though, in case some other fan desperate to get one last fix of a favorite that may no longer be available needed a lucky break, a courtesy habit I've become prone to do, as I have on occasion to be that lucky freak who gets the last one. I found jars of some of the sauces they had here at the Viviano's in Chesterfield, but not this exact one with the wedding picture label. I definitely would have bought some and hope it's still made and I can find it somewhere. But until then, I still have one left I'm saving for a special occasion. And with that, I have no more context at this time, so I'll let you enjoy the rest of the video, and thank you for watching.
I'm going over. Okay? Alright, I'll call you later. Bye-bye. Hi, honey, how are you today?
Great, how are you?
Oh, I'm okay.
Sad times, huh?
Yes, it is.
I was like, 8 hours. Let's go do some stuff. So we went. We saw Buckingham Palace on the outside.